Uh, Hi, everybody. Hi, Tiffany. You are always on time. I'm so proud of you. You are more organized than I am. Thank you for yesterday for letting me know that I hadn't posted the link. Anytime you see that, please don't hesitate to let me know. You were a big help because I wouldn't have known until way later. Can you hear me? You good? Mm-mm. Tiffany, can you hear me? I'm just checking. Okay, put in the chat, type me in the chat if you can't hear me or you need any. I just want to make sure all your stuff's working. Sometimes I worry that I've hit something. I'm gonna turn the lights off and talk to you about hello to all our other virtual students that join us. After in watching the recording version. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about what you're doing today. You do not have much to do today. You do have your sketchbook assignments that you have to upload. I'm gonna turn the lights off. Yes, that's fabulous. You are wonderful. Everybody's so helpful. Okay, so let me pull up this. And I know the people live Zooming already know that. Let me get to our module. Rapid. Sorry, always technical difficulties here, always. No doubt. In my world. Okay, so fourth period, foundation arts. Here we are today, Friday. We have made it a full week. Be very proud and excited for yourself. It's, I don't know for you guys, but it's definitely been a long week for me. So today in your announcements, it obviously has this link, and it also told you to make sure that you load up your sketch assignments. Today you're going to upload your sketch assignments. You're also going to check your daily assignment on directional line, which is due tonight, please, by 11:59. And also just to be thinking over the weekend, if you have some time, make sure you're getting all your assignments finished and turned in. We're going to start new. We're going to move on to, I think, value next week. I've added underneath today's daily assignment an extra credit assignment that you might want to do. You might want to substitute that assignment that I put underneath today's daily assignment. You might want to substitute that, and I'll show you in a minute, for something you didn't do, or you might feel, you're confused or whatever. So I'll show you that, and I'll go to that right now. So we're going to go to your modules. Hey, Tiffany, y'all straight now with your Zooming? Okay, so today's daily assignment is right here. You know that yesterday we talked about line landscape. You guys have been turning those in. There have been some really good line landscape Zentangles. Today we're going to kind of switch gears and talk about directional line. This is totally different than the expressive line that you've been creating with the Zentangles. This is more of, and remember at the beginning of the school year, I told you that we do things that that kind of help us wake up our right side of our brain. It helps us to learn control. And this is very simple, and it has the instructions here. You're going to do this in your sketchbook, your sketchbook. It doesn't have to be really big, because here again, you're drawing hopefully with a pen or a Sharpie of some sort. And the whole point of this is to get you to learn line control, and be able to draw these lines and then repeat it underneath, and try to keep everything exactly the same width, same thickness. I'm going to show you how to do that on the board in a few minutes. It's very simple. but it, depending on, you know, how you turn your lines, it makes some very interesting patterns and designs. But what I care about, this is what I care about. Remember, I don't need you rushing, drawing some lines. I need you to trust the process. And what I care about is, you know, that you can, you know, you start off drawing a line and then you draw it again. What I care about is the distance between here and here. I care about that you're getting that as straight as possible. I don't need you to get a ruler out. I know you can draw a straight line with a ruler, but what I want to know is that you can have control in your hand repeating some of these lines. I'm going to show you on the board. This is just a simple exercise. It's your daily assignment. It's not a big project. It's just a little thing that you're going to do in your sketchbook. Has a very cool, you could do other things with this, and it starts having a really cool like optical art type of thing. So this is your daily assignment today. Now, I want to show you something else underneath it. It's my favorite. Underneath it, I posted it as an extra credit assignment, but also you might, you know, enjoy doing this. I like the way these look. Underneath it says extra credit. Okay, this is this very similar, except you, sorry, I'm having mass issues and trying to breathe at the same time. Let me get it in my drive so we're not looking at it right there. Tiffany, you okay? You got any questions? Am I going too fast? If so, just text, you know, in the chat box or something, or unmute yourself and tell me if you're confused, if anybody's confused. Okay, organic. This I love. This you also would want to do with a pen as well. It's the same concept of what we were just looking at, except instead of using a, you know, a geometric stripe, you know, with angles and stuff, you're using an organic line, a nice curve organic line. Remember, we have geometric, you know, angles, and then we also have organic. And the cool thing about this is, I love it. And I know it looks kind of hard, but it's really not. The cool thing about this is you just keep doing this over and over and over again. And you're really, really close to it. Like, you know, you're trying to be as close as you can. This one actually sometimes I might think is a little easier because it's organic. You know, there's some forgiveness as opposed to nice, straight, directional lines. The more you do it, you fill up the page and it becomes this, it almost looks like lava has, you know, and a volcano has exploded and now it's all dried and it's just got all these undulations and it moves. And it's just so crazy that that's just done by one line being repeated over and over. So this shows you the steps. Very easy. You don't want to do these really big, like literally in your sketchbook, maybe at the top, you know, about this much. You know, you don't need a big piece. In fact, when we would do it in class, you know, we start off like on this size piece of paper, you know, so just like the size of a picture, 4x6 picture, or you can even do smaller. You're going to start off with the curved line, and this is all in that extra credit thing. And then you're slowly going to draw your second line, you know, trying to be close to it, trying to follow it exactly the way it is. And then, like, if you notice, and I know it's hard to tell everybody at home, like here's that first top line, okay? The second line starts, and when you get to a peak, this is a peak, you kind of touch the line and then you continue. When you get to a valley, here we go, you touch the line and continue. Peak, touch the line, continue, okay? And the more you do this, that's how you get that whole like thing that looks alive. It's very, very easy. I'm gonna draw it on the board. Very, very easy. It looks really good because you're keeping a very close, you're right beside the top line, okay? So this isn't as controlled and precise as the other. However, it is, because you don't want to like mess up your line. Looks amazing when it's finished. I'm still looking for some of my my final examples I've had. I've done this project multiple years, and it's amazing. Look at this. It's like it's alive, and all of that is from one line being repeated over and over. It's amazing. So that's what you have this week, this weekend, excuse me, today. You can do both. You definitely need to do the directional one, which, you know, is challenging. So you definitely need to do this one right here. But if you want to do both, you certainly may. You can get extra credit for that. You can substitute it for something that you haven't finished, or you know, you just were like, I'm not flowing with that project. So then you will upload it here. So all that's right here. There's your daily assignment for today. Here is your extra credit. And then also, don't forget, you worked very hard all week on your sketchbook assignments. And so today, after you do your final one for this week, which I think is, let me scoot through it. You did Escher, you did Degas, you did that vocabulary word, you did Henri Matisse, you did Andrew Wyeth, and then in the art vocabulary value, which we're going to start next week. And then today is Leonardo, Mona Lisa. That's where you stop at, Mona Lisa. And I want to show you an example from someone in our class that has already finished the Mona Lisa. And I wanted to take a picture of it because I wanted to show you, as soon as I find it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. Let's see if I can get it closer. Okay, I'm gonna bring y'all to it because it's hard to see because I didn't get a good upload of it. Am I in the way? Oh, there we go. Yes. In fact, I'm gonna turn the lights on, and because I'm getting ready to show you how to do those two drawings on the board, and I'm gonna show you via the student's sketchbook because she's been face to face, and I don't want you stressing like, oh my God, I can't, draw Mona Lisa's face. And so I just want to show you some options for your sketchbook. It doesn't mean that's how you do your sketchbook is how you do your sketchbook. But one thing I would do if I was stressing the face, and I think it's a great idea, you can tell that she drew the Mona Lisa and she drew hers bigger. Hers, taking up the sketchbook page was completely fine. But then she didn't do the face. She just wrote the information on top of it. It's perfectly fine. This is creativity. You don't have to color them. You might want to color them. I'm just going to flip through her book really quickly. I'm not saying this is how you have to do your sketches. I am just showing you some options. Some of you might have more time. The Andrew Wyeth, so she's doing hers, taking up a full page, and then she's writing on top of the drawing that she did. It's perfectly fine. She's adding color because some of these are beautiful. If you're all caught up on everything, go back and if you have some color supplies. Some people don't have a lot, at home. I understand. If I had to do work right now at home, I wouldn't have much either because I bring everything here. So I completely understand, but there's many ways to do this. I don't want you stressing that you've got to draw every detail. You're just kind of sketching it and capturing it somehow. And you might want to keep all your vocabulary pages, all your vocabulary words like on one page, just so they're all there. You might scatter them about. That's the beauty of art. However you interpret, however you want to do these things is completely up to you. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. I'm gonna draw on the board right now a couple of examples, and then I will make sure I upload this for everybody that is not live zooming in with me. I always think he's like coming in, and I think he's great. He's cleaning the door, but okay. So you can tell earlier today I was drawing on it'd be helpful if I turned you to the board, wouldn't it? Yes. You can tell earlier today I was drawing. I'm gonna scoot y'all way up here to the board so you can see a little better. Field trip. It's field trip. Did you get the joke? Field trip. Okay, so you can see earlier today I was drawing on the board both of these types of lines. And so I'm just going to continue. So for the directional line one, which is the geometric or, you know, the precise, clean, all you're going to do is start. I mean, you can start anywhere in your sketchbook. Whoop, get your marker working. You're doing this in pen, hopefully, or marker or something. You're going to draw some sort of directional, straight, perfect line. And now the tricky part is, I just made that one a lot bigger. The tricky part is you guys will be easier because you're not drawing on top of the wall. Okay, see how I kind of got wonky right there? I'm gonna start down here because it's way too high for me. But the goal here is to draw your line each time and have the same amount of space. Your goal here is to have the same amount of, you know, as straight as it can be. It's trying to stay the same amount of space away. And you just keep repeating this. You can change anytime. You get tired of doing that, fine. Let me put that there. And then I'm gonna fill it in. I'm just gonna keep repeating. Okay, very easy. You're just gonna fill a little section. It looks really cool when you're done. Let me fill this one in because I don't like this one. Looks really big. Sometimes you gotta make things work. Okay, so there's that. Now, the organic line design is amazing. I love this one. I'm gonna erase this and start over since I, for some reason, don't have a lot of board space. So the organic line design, you're gonna take your pen. Remember, do this in pen. You're just gonna do a very, you know, casual organic line. Think like a wave or something coming in. And then all you're gonna do is very carefully repeat this line. Now, these are called peaks. Anything that's up high, these are the peak areas. And then any of these where it dips down are the valleys. So when I start now, when I get to that peak, I'm gonna run the line into the peak. And then I'm gonna come back off of that line. And I'm gonna stay as close as I can. And then same to the valley. And then don't put the lines in there like I did. And then you're gonna come back out. And then you get to the peak and you touch. And you come back down. You get to the valley and touch. You come back out. So basically when it goes up, you touch it. When it goes down, you touch it. And the more of this touching in the valleys, that's where all those little weird undulations come. I know that doesn't make sense, but the more you do it, like touch, back out. I forgot to touch. Touch, back out. Touch, back out. Okay, and so forth. You just keep doing that over and over again. Don't put these little lines in. I was just using that to show you. You get tired of going that way, turn it around, do it the other way. I mean, I can start from here. Touch, back out. Touch, back out. This isn't anything that should stress you out. You're just making these nice lines over and over and over again. Trying to keep them the same distance, like that's getting a little bigger than it should. But you won't have that happen because you will be drawing on your paper and you have more control than I do up here at this board. All right, so all these steps are on in your modules. Do them in your sketchbook. You do them with a marker or pen. That you don't have to necessarily do them in black. You know, see what you got around the house. Email me if you have any questions. If you have a late thing on your work, that doesn't mean I'm taking points off of it. It might have meant that sometime in the last week or so I gave it one due date. But know that, you know, you still can turn anything in without being penalized. Have a great weekend. That's all I got. Y'all take care. Email me, please, if you have any questions, or call. Have a good day. As soon as I figure out. Okay, yes, have a good day.